Hello guys and welcome to our sewing class today. So welcome. Please, if you can let me know, I would appreciate that. So in today's class, I'm going to be showing you how to sew that dress. You can see that dress on the thumbnail. That's what we're going to learn how to sew. Let me look for the picture of it and pull it out. So we're going to be starting it. I'm just in the mood of, I'm trying to, okay, I think it should be here. I'm just trying to get a picture so I'll show you guys. So this is something similar like this. That's what we're going to learn how to do. So the first thing we're going to do, we're starting with the top part of this dress. So that's what we're going to be doing. What we're going to be joining the top part. So I'll show you guys how to join that top part. So I've already done the cutting. I'm just going to be taking you guys through the process. So the truth of the matter is that what I just thank you, Rosa Cups. The truth of the matter is what I just intend to do is I actually wanted to sew this dress off camera. You understand? I wanted to sew it off camera. I just wanted to sew it, but as I was doing it, some people that have been wanting sewing classes, you people know that most of our live streams I just prefer to do what do you call it? Just to do pattern drafting. So people that have been wanting sewing classes for our live stream. So I just decided to take them along, show you guys as I'm going to be working on this dress. So I'm actually sewing that dress. Let me show you guys the fabric that I'm going to be making use of. So this is actually the damask that I'm going to be making use of. So we're going to be using this damask to sew that dress on the picture. You understand? So that's what it is, a process. We're not going to finish it today. So this is just like the beginning part. So we're starting it. So it is going to be like a series. So I just actually, the truth of the matter was I actually did not want to stress myself just creating video for this piece, but I just last minute I just changed my mind and like, okay, let me do a live section during the process of creating it. So now basically what I'm doing now, I've actually done the pattern drafting. I've done it in most of my pattern drafting class. So what I'm doing right now, I am just trying to trim out. So before we start stitching, you understand? Rosa, thank you. Glitter Empire, thank you so much for joining. So I am, that's what I'm trying to do. So when after cutting your piece, the next thing you are going to do your interfacing on it. For this is the front. This part I'm going to use for the front, okay? So but for the back, I'm using the exact damask. So that's for the back. So what I'm trying to do now, I'm just trimming everything. So for those of you, when before you start stitching, before you join your piece together, make sure that after everything, that's after ironing your interfacing, trim everything to make sure that everything is okay. So that's what I am doing. So for the padding, I'm going to be padding it. I'll pad this blouse. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm not using any bust gauge, but this is what I'm going to use to pad it. So let's and that part I'm going to be doing the pad on the lining part. This is the lining part. So that's where I'm going to do the padding. So I'm just going to take this is the front part of my lining. So I'll just keep the front part. I'll keep the lining, and then we are going to work on the, let's just join our piece first together. So let's join them. So I'll show you guys how to join those bustier together. So before you start joining, make sure that everything, so you make sure you do all of your checks and make sure that everything is okay. So I'll show you guys, I'll walk you guys through. So that's for the front. So this one is for the back. This is our back piece, okay? So I'm just trying to check. So most times like this, when you are doing this, you have to be very careful so you don't mix everything all up, okay? So this is my back, this is the back piece. So if you are just joining us, you're welcome, okay? So you're welcome. So I'm just trying to make sure I check all of my piece together. So make sure always make sure that you check all of your pieces together before you start stitching. Check them, okay? So I'm trying to check. So this is the corset side. I'll show you guys how to add all of your boning, everything inside. So like I said, it is a whole lot. So I'm just trying to check. I don't want to go and miss my things up. So that is why I'm trying to check to make sure that I'm joining the right sides to the on the right side. So I'm just trimming out the interfacing. So before I continue, let me get the my pattern. I want to check the pattern. So I'm just trying to get my pattern. I want to check, especially this back pattern. I just want to check it to make sure. Okay. So you see, I just want to make sure that I place them rightly. So that's what I wanted to check before we start stitching. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do now, we're actually going to start sewing. So I'm just going to arrange my, so like I said, we're going to be using this for our interfacing. So let me keep that on the side, and then let's work on the let's work on our pieces. So the first thing I am going to do, I'm trying to check, okay, the thread that I'm going to use, I think I should use this cream color thread. Yeah, I'll use this cream color thread. That will be okay and good. Okay. So for those of you that are joining us, you're welcome. You are highly, highly, highly welcome. Okay. All right. So the first thing I am going to do, I want to reel my thread. I want to reel my thread. I am I have one already, so I'm just going to do just one. Okay. So I'll take out this one from the under. Okay. Good morning, Charlene Masha. Good morning. Here we are in the afternoon already. So I'm trying to thread the machine. For those people that don't know how to thread industrial machine, so let's do it together. Okay, so the first thing, you're going to take your thread like this, and then I am going to pass it through. So let's adjust our camera this way so that you guys can see. So I'll pass it through. This is how I normally do mine. I'll just pass it through and then I'll bring it out. Okay, so this place, I usually don't bother to turn it around there. I just leave it, and then I'll just pass it through here like this. Can you see? So after that, the next thing, I'm going to bring it to this side. So let's see. Can you see? I hope you guys can see you because you see it. I just pass it through this way and then take it this way, and then I'll pass it through here and then bring it here, and then I'll pass it through here. Even me, when it comes to all these tiny things, and then I'll pick the thread that is under. So we are done. Okay, now so let's start. Let's do our sewing. Our sewing. Okay. I hope you guys can see. I just want you to see the whole table, not myself. Yes, I'm done with the cutting. I am done with the cutting. So we're just going to be doing the sewing. So let's leave the front. This is the front piece. Let's stitch the back first, okay? So when stitching, most times what I normally do before I start sewing, I normally sew my lining piece first. That's what I normally do. The reason why I normally do that, in case there is any error, you understand? So if there's any error, I'll be able to solve it. I'll just know that okay, this piece is going to have comma or it's not going to work. Do you understand? So that is why I normally do that. I'll sew my lining piece first. So that is what I normally do. So I'm just making sure I'm checking everything. So make sure you place everything. Can you see? Place everything together. So every excess. So all these ones are all of the edges of my, what do you call it? Of my piece. So I'll trim them. That's all the small small interfacing that came out. So trim all of them away like that before you start sewing. So like I said, for those of you, if you want to see the cutting, you can just go to my YouTube channel, check all of my live stream off shoulder blouse. So once you see off shoulder blouse, it's the same process that I use to do the cutting. So now we're going to stitch. So this is how it's going to be. This one is going to stay like this, and then this one is the other part. It's going to stay like this. So let's start. We are going to, you take one piece from here. So you can, if you notice that I notched most of my things. You understand? So the reason for notching them is because I don't want to run into any problem. So that is why I normally notch them like that. So most times when you sew like this, you are going to check. You understand? So I want to check. I just want to make sure that everything is okay, so that anything does not get truncated. So this is the third piece of the front of the back. So I'll place it like this. So you see this part that I notched like as if it's the zip allowance part. That is actually the corset part. So like I said, I'll show you guys how to add boning for this dress. So these are all of my bonings. I've already ironed them. I ironed them straight. Okay. Okay. ACN. Okay. The cutting part, no problem. If it's about no problem, like I said, the cutting part, just check my YouTube channel. You will see the off shoulder. So it's just a normal off shoulder pattern. That's what I used for this.